Listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal is not something you scroll past and forget. The blood moon eclipse of September 7th did not end when the sky cleared. It did not vanish when the shadow moved. It is still here, inside you, working through your body in ways you can no longer ignore. Most people believe the eclipse was a spectacle in the heavens, a fleeting moment of beauty, red light painted across the night sky. But those who are tuned in know better. The eclipse was never just above you. It was through you. It branded itself into your blood, your bones, your very breath. And now, the signs are beginning to show. You may have already felt it. Strange sensations that make no logical sense. Reactions that science may brush aside as coincidence, but your soul knows otherwise. These are not random. These are not accidents. These are echoes of the shadow, pulling you into alignment with something much larger than yourself. One of the first and strangest symptoms rising after this blood moon is in the ears. A ringing, high-pitched and sudden, as if the silence itself has cracked open. Some feel it for seconds, others for minutes, and for a few, it returns again and again without warning. Science calls it tinnitus, but ancient traditions called it something far more powerful. The summons. A call to listen. For thousands of years, ringing in the ears after an eclipse was seen as a sign that the soul is being tuned to frequencies beyond the ordinary. And if you have heard it since this eclipse, understand this. It is not weakness, it is calling. A reminder that the shadow did not pass you by, it passed through you. Another wave sweeping across countless people is exhaustion so heavy it feels unnatural. Eyelids that refuse to stay open. Sleep that arrives without permission. Naps that feel endless, as if the body has collapsed into another world. But strangely, for others, the opposite is true. Wide eyes in the dead of night. Restlessness. Energy that hums like an electric current, refusing to let them sleep. Two extremes. Two sides of the same shadow. The eclipse divides the body, forcing some into surrender while igniting others into wakefulness. If you find yourself in one of these extremes, do not dismiss it. You are not alone. This is the split signature of the blood moon written into your body. And then there is the voice. A sudden dryness in the throat. A mouth that feels parched no matter how much water you drink. A hoarseness that seems to rise from nowhere. It is as if silence itself has scorched your voice. In ancient times, this was no accident. The oracles who spoke after eclipses were often struck silent before their voices returned. Their throats burned, their mouths dried, until the moment came when words poured out like prophecy. So ask yourself, if your voice feels strained, if your throat feels different, is this truly weakness? Or is it preparation? Perhaps the eclipse has carved space within you for truths you have long buried. And soon, they will demand to be spoken. But perhaps the strangest of all is something so ordinary, people almost laugh it off. Sneezing. Not sickness, not dust, but sudden, uncontrollable fits of sneezing that arrive without cause. In ancient belief, sneezing was never dismissed. It was release, a purge, proof that the body was expelling what the spirit could no longer hold. And right now, after this eclipse, the body is purging in waves, sneezing out shadows, releasing what cannot remain trapped inside. If you have felt it, know this, it is not weakness. It is your body's refusal to be a cage for the residue the moon left behind. And the symptoms grow stranger still. For many, it has begun to appear on the skin. Not in rashes or scars, but in sensations that cannot be explained. Tingling, itching, sudden hot spots that flare and fade. As if invisible fingers brushed across your arms, your spine, your scalp. Ancient traditions spoke of the skin as a veil, the thinnest barrier between the soul and the world beyond. And during eclipses, that veil thins. What you are feeling now may not be irritation. It may be activation. Dormant pathways in the body switching on again, like circuits reconnected after centuries of silence. The eclipse did not just touch the sky. It touched you, and your skin remembers. But the body's reactions do not stop there. Something deeper is stirring, something primal. Since the blood moon, many are reporting a sudden unease in the dark. Rooms that felt safe yesterday now feel charged, almost alive. A chill rises as the lights go out. A heartbeat races when you walk alone at night. This is not paranoia. This is instinct. The eclipse did not just darken the sky. It awakened the darkness within you. For thousands of years, our ancestors trusted these feelings. They knew when shadows thickened, the veil between seen and unseen grew thin. If you feel it now, understand, your instincts are reawakening. Do not ignore them. They are your oldest protection. And yet, even when the body tries to rest, another strange sign appears. Restlessness. The urge to move when stillness feels unbearable. Tapping fingers, pacing floors, shifting in your chair. This is not simple nervousness. This is rhythm, the body carrying the pulse of the eclipse. Ancient people did not sit quietly under a blood-red moon. They drummed, they danced, they moved. They answered the call of the sky with motion. And now your body remembers. If you feel restless, it is not weakness. It is the energy of the shadow demanding release. The eclipse marked you not for silence, but for movement. Another symptom sweeping in waves is yawning. Not from tiredness, but from something far stranger. Endless yawns that arrive in clusters, pulling one after another, even when you are wide awake. Ancient traditions believed yawning was a purge, a reset, a way the body forced out tension it could no longer carry. And right now, after this blood moon, yawning is spreading like wildfire. One person yawns and the room follows. A chain reaction of release. This is not coincidence. It is proof that the shadow touched us all, and our bodies are letting it go together. Each yawn is more than breath. It is a doorway out of chaos, a passage back into balance. And then, there is the hum beneath the skin. Arms that tingle with invisible sparks. Legs that buzz awake in the middle of the night. A spine alive with static electricity even in still air. For centuries, this sensation was seen as sacred, the mark of hidden channels opening, energy pathways reactivating. Imagine it. The crimson shadow that crossed the moon also crossed you, leaving behind trails of current that flare without warning. Some dismiss it as nerves, but those attuned know better. These sparks are guidance. A buzz in the hands before making a choice. A hum in the legs before moving forward. A rush along the spine before clarity strikes. The eclipse is not haunting you. It is teaching you how to feel again. And perhaps the most important truth of all, these signs rarely strike at the moment of the eclipse. The sky may have cleared. The red may have faded. But your body is only now beginning to reveal what it carried away from that night. The blood moon is not finished. Its shadow is still moving through you. Every ringing ear, every restless night, every shiver in the dark is proof. This eclipse was never just in the heavens. It was in you. And once marked, there is no going back. So pay attention. Listen. Watch your body. Because the strangest part is not that these symptoms are happening. It is that they are happening now, to so many all at once. That is no accident. That is alignment. The blood moon was not just an event. It was an ignition, a key turning inside you. And the question it leaves is not whether you feel it. The real question is, are you ready to face what it has awakened? If this message has found you tonight, it is not by chance. The blood moon chose you to hear it. These signs, these awakenings, these strange shifts in your body and spirit, they are not mistakes. They are proof you are being called into something greater. So if you felt even one of these symptoms, do not stay silent. Write in the comments what you experienced, so others can see they are not alone. Like this video if it resonated with your soul. Subscribe to this channel so you do not miss the warnings and revelations yet to come, and share this message with those you care about. Because the shadow has touched all of us, and together, we must be ready for what comes next.